Hi Leo, welcome to November. This is Teresa from Tarot by T. And I'm going to before I get started on your reading, I'm going to call in some good energy. Okay, so this month, how are you guys doing this month? We've got Mercury going retrograde in Scorpio. We have a full moon in Taurus on the 12th of November. And we have a new moon in Sag, which is favorable to your sign, on November 26th. And then Neptune will go direct at the end of the month on the 27th. So let's see what the cards have to say for Leo. What does Leo need to know about love and relationships for the month of November? What is coming up for Leo this November in terms of love and relationships? What does Leo need to know about love and relationships for the month of November? What does Leo need to know? The Death card. The Strength. The Tower, the Five of Wands, the King of Pentacles, the Lovers, the Seven of Pentacles, Justice, the Magician, and the Seven of Cups. So let's see what this... So you start the month off. I feel like you're coming out of a dark cycle. You have the Ten of Swords in the past. And the Death card, which doesn't mean death, by the way, but it does mean there will be some type of ending. Something that's taken a lot of your energy and time may be coming to an end or may have already ended. And you're dealing with with releasing and letting go. So the Death is about realizing that a certain stage of your life is over, or it could even be a relationship that you realize you have to just let go of. You have to realize that things have changed. And you could be just... It's like a preparation. It's a kind of, death is kind of, it's like winter turning to spring, but before you can have the spring, you have to release whatever's no longer working. Or you have to clear out the past, clear out the dead wood. So you might have been holding on to the past, maybe a past relationship that ended a long time ago. That you never really knew how to release, or you never wanted to let go of, because you have wounds around that. You have the Strength card here. There might be anger issues connected to a past relationship, because the Strength card deals with anger and the healthy release of anger. So you might have been holding it in, and it might have been coming out in unhealthy ways, in like passive aggression or passive anger, or even extremes of emotion, going to extremes of reaction, mood swings, whatever it is. It's like you haven't really let go of something from the past. And it could even be, if it's not a relationship, it could even be going way back to childhood even. But you might have made a recent decision with this Ten of Swords. This is in the past. It's like you've come to the end of the line and you realize, I can't give this any more energy. I think you've already realized that. And I have to either admit defeat or realize, like, okay, this cycle is over and now I'm free to have a new beginning. And sometimes when the Strength card crosses, you may need counseling to deal with your feelings and emotions around an ending. And it could be that it may not even be an ending that's happening now. It could be something that has happened a long time ago that you have never had any closure on, or emotionally you just haven't been able to release. And it's been kind of, like fermenting inside of you. But the Death card is about realizing, okay, this part of my life is over. There's a part of me that has died, and I have to release that old life, that old self, those old emotions. Because as long as I keep holding on to them, I can't allow the new to be born. So in the month of November, it may be a time to, especially with Mercury retrograde, you may need to have closure over something that happened in the past. You may need to revisit something from the past so that you can release it, give it its final release. Have that closure, have that release. You have the Five of Wands here, so there could have been a lot of fighting or conflict or petty arguments. The Five of Wands relates to people not working together, not on the same page, not seeing eye to eye. Well, that part of your life is over, because when you get to the Ten of Swords, it can't go any further. It's done. So this is all in the past, but I feel like you're still dealing with that energy, or you're still dealing with the memory of something that ended in the past. And the sooner you can have closure on that and release it, then you can embrace the future and the new. So coming up in the future, you have this King of Pentacles and the Lover's card. This is a strong attraction. The Lover's card can mean someone in your life that feels like a karmic, like a soulmate, or a karmic relationship, or someone that you feel is destined to be in your life. The Lovers is a significant relationship, but it also involves a choice. And with the King of Pentacles, you could be attracting someone that's an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. You could be dealing with that sign, that person of that sign. But the King of Pentacles also represents some financial security. Because the king, he works really hard for his money. Because money and possessions mean security to him. And he cares about his family. And he cares about feeling safe, having a home. So you could be connecting with someone that feels that way, that has these qualities. Or it could be something that you that you need to bring out within yourself, that you're starting to realize the value of having a secure home, the value of having financial security. And the value of having a relationship with someone significant. So the choice, for some, it could be a choice between two loves. Maybe you have two people, you're trying to break out of one relationship and choose another. Or it could even be a choice, do I stay or do I go? Do I stay in this relationship? Do I try to make it work? Or do I move on? There's always some type of two paths that you have to decide on. And it's a serious decision when it's a major arcana. Because once you make that choice, whatever it is, you have to live with the consequences. And here is the Judgment card here, the Justice card. This is a card of karma. So whatever you decide, whatever your actions are, there are going to be repercussions, for good or for bad. It doesn't have to be negative. If you make the right choice, you could have positive outcome. If you make the wrong choice, then you're going to be, whatever it is, it's like whatever you put out there, it's coming back, for good or for bad. That's karma. It's not punishment. It's not like, oh, you did somebody wrong in one life and now you're going to... It's really just the universe responding to the energy that you're putting out. And it's just like a natural law. Now, you may have been planting seeds. You have the Seven of Pentacles. They may be the seeds of a new relationship. And you're wondering, is this going to work out? Because this is a card of looking at what you've done and wondering what the consequences are going to be. And it's in your negative thinking sector. So part of you might be thinking, well, yeah, I have this option. I have these choices ahead of me. But which one is going to be the one that works out the best? And part of you is even thinking negatively, like, oh, nothing ever works out for me. So don't get into that negative headspace. Because in your environment, you have the Justice card. Maybe you're even wondering if you're thinking of approaching someone and offering your love, will they accept my love? Because Justice can also represent a decision that goes in your favor. So if there's some kind of legal issue surrounding a relationship, it could work out in your favor, or there could be a fair outcome. For some of you, if you're going through the breakup of a relationship and let's say it's a divorce and you're splitting property or you're splitting possessions, whatever it is, there will be a fair outcome. Justice will be served. For others, it could be that whatever you're experiencing now is a karmic result of something that happened in the past. So you could be reliving something like the consequences of a decision. Whatever it is, you could even be dealing with someone who's a Libra. Maybe whatever's on whatever choices you need to make could involve an earth sign or an air sign. And you have the Magician here. The Magician is in your wish fulfillment sector. So that means that you have all the skills you need to manifest whatever you want. If you're looking for a relationship, if you want love and financial security, you can make it happen, but you have to watch how you're thinking, what you're thinking. Because the Magician card, the power of the Magician is in the power of thought. Thought creates your reality is the lesson of this card. So you have to, visualize what you want to achieve and show gratitude and imagine that you already have it and have faith that it's possible for you. And you can manifest anything. But if you get caught in negativity because of something that happened in the past, and you start thinking, oh, I'll never get I'll never meet the right person, or I'll never get the love I need, or I'll never get the money I need, or I'll never, it's not going to work out, it doesn't work out for me. Don't go there. Because that's not going to be good for you. That's not going to help you manifest what you want. And you have that potential. I mean, you have this potential relationship that's coming up, and you're going to have to make a decision about it. For some of you, it could be, okay, you finally realize I have to release the past. I can't keep holding on to past hurt. And then you could have an opportunity to have a new relationship with someone. And maybe this new relationship could be a blessing after everything you've gone through in the past. It could be like now finally things are starting to work out for you. So don't think negatively. Karma is not always... I feel like this is a karmic relationship, whatever is coming. But it doesn't always have to be negative. It really depends on your individual situation. I mean, for some people, if you have anything that that you may not have handled correctly, or if you feel any guilt over something, you could experience the results of that. But sometimes, karma is also good karma. If you've done something that is, that's helping others, or you're loving, you're doing some loving kindness, doing something that's going to benefit the world or benefit others in some way, that comes back to you also. So if you sacrificed a lot in a relationship in the past and you felt like, well, I didn't get what I deserved, maybe now some of you might have that. It's potential, it's possible. And especially with this magician, you can make anything happen. The problem with you right now, it's like it's there for you. You just have to reach out and grab it. But you have the Seven of Cups here. This is a card of being stuck in the choices. The card of dreaming but not taking action. This is a card of, it's there if you go for it, but it's not going to fall in your lap. So you have several options, and you're going to have to make a serious choice in November. Maybe you're choosing between two people. This is even reinforcing that. And the sevens in this reading, you're in transition. You're definitely in transition in November. You're transitioning out of a past negative experience where maybe a relationship where there was a lot of conflict, where you felt defeated, you felt stabbed in the back, betrayed. There might have been betrayal. That's over. So you have to release that. Don't think that every relationship is going to be like that one. You have a potential to have a good relationship, but you may be afraid to choose that because you haven't let go of the past. So the quicker you can come to terms with the past, have closure, sever the cords, and release, the sooner you will have this new karmic situation come into your life. You have to clear out the old to make room for the new. And that's also within your heart, not just, physically. It's kind of like, in the garden, before you plant new seeds, you have to get rid of all the old dead plants and the dead leaves. And then you have the ground clear and it's ready to be planted. Well, it's the same. This is what this death card's about. It's like the sickle is like clearing it out. Get rid of the old. Get rid of whatever's dying and not working, and be open to the new. Be open to potential options coming up. And choose wisely. So let's see. So the full moon is in your 10th house. So it's 10th and 4th. The sun is in the 4th in Scorpio, and the full moon is in Taurus in the 10th. So you're having your career and home life are being activated at this full moon. Something's coming to completion in career, in home. Maybe you have to have work-life balance. The 10th house is also a change in status. So maybe you're moving, you could be changing jobs, getting a promotion, or you could be changing from single to married, married to single. Something is coming to completion. And in Taurus, what's on offer is security and stability and material success. Because that's what Taurus is about. Taurus is about security and material things. Land, money in the bank, family. And that's this King of Pentacles. So the decision is involving, your future security and what you value. What do I value? It may be different than what you wanted in the past. Maybe now your needs are changing. You have Pluto going through the 6th house. And the moon is trining Pluto and the sun is sextiling Pluto. So there's major changes going on in a job situation, an employment situation. Maybe you're deciding you want a new job or you need a new situation. But the 6th house is also health. So if you're you might decide on a new health regimen. Maybe you just need to take better care of yourself. You need to nurture yourself. Because if you don't, if you're neglecting your health, Pluto it's like a long-term, Pluto represents something that's been going on for a long time. So if you're holding on to past sorrow and past regret and past anger and past negative emotions, it's going to affect your health. You have to release that. You know what they say, if you hold on to your anger and resentment, it's like it's like poisoning someone else by drinking poison. It's like if you're creating this internal poison. You have to release it. Forgive whatever happened in the past and let it go. Because you're poisoning yourself by holding on to these emotions. And you're preventing better opportunities from coming into your life. Mercury is going retrograde starting with the 1st of the month. And that's going to be in your 4th house. So you may revisit some issues around childhood. Around, how you were nurtured. Around your early home life. Maybe even around your mother or father. So if you're in any type of counseling, these might be the issues that you're dealing with that will help you release whatever you're holding on to from the past, like in a psychological level. Mars is in the 3rd house. And it's sextile Jupiter in the 5th house. So this is a good time to communicate and reach out to friends and relatives. And there could be even a romantic opportunities through some type of creative project if you've ever wanted to do something creatively. And with Mercury in the 4th house, you could be even connecting with people from your early, life, like home life. People that you knew as a kid may be coming back into your life. If you're not meeting the people, then you're definitely dealing with the issues. And it's these issues that are preventing or interfering with your relationships that you have to come to terms with. Because in Scorpio, with Mercury in Scorpio, you have to go deep. You can't sweep things under the rug with Scorpio. You have to look at things that you're afraid to face about your childhood, about your home life, about your family, your feelings toward your mother, your father. These are the issues that are operating maybe unconsciously in your life and in your relationships that once you come to terms with them will free you to have a better connection. And Jupiter's bringing that opportunity. Jupiter in the 5th is bringing an opportunity for you to have fun again, to honor your inner child, to explore your creativity. Now Mars in your 3rd house, that's your house of communication. At this full moon, Mars is in Libra. So you might have been maybe not speaking up for what you need in a family situation because you want to please everybody. You want to make everybody happy because Libra, Mars is weak in Libra because Libra is about peace and Mars is the warrior god. Mars is about fighting for your rights, fighting, to be heard, fighting to be first. And in Libra, it's like, no, Libra doesn't want to fight. Libra just wants to compromise and sell out sometimes. So you can't make everybody happy. At some point, you have to take a stand. And Mars in Libra is not comfortable doing that. Mars in Libra wants, everybody to win. And sometimes everybody can't win. But you do have an opportunity. If you can work on the past and release the past, you do have an opportunity for romance and to have some fun for a change around the full moon. The full moons shine a light on things. So you have a greater opportunity to see the truth at the full moon. Things that were hidden may come up to the surface. So if you're ever thinking about counseling, now would be a good time to do it. And to, find out, research those childhood patterns. See the things that your blind spots. The things that have been holding you back. And you can, move into the end of the month being ready for a new beginning once you've released the baggage from the past. So then we have the new moon in Sag. And that's happening in your 5th house. And So you do have an opportunity for a new beginning. For some of you, it could be the birth of a child, because the 5th house is about children. For others, it could be honoring your own child, having a new romance that gives you a new lease on life, having fun, like you have this new beginning, and you know, you've dropped the weight of the past. When you clear all that out, you have this opportunity to enjoy life again and to feel like you were, you know, that carefree feeling like when you're a kid playing in the sand or something. Mars is in Scorpio at this point, and Mercury has gone direct. So Mercury is getting stronger, and Mercury is sextiling Saturn and Pluto in the 6th. So there could be some good, this is a great time to start to make changes in your career path or your work environment. Mars in the 4th, you could be working, like if you get, you might decide to work on your house. Wherever Mars is, that's where your energy is focused. So on the 4th house, you can be literally working on your house, you know, renovating, decorating, doing things that need to get repaired. Or you could be working on your psychological house. You know, you might be working on the childhood issues and having a new beginning where you're really taking action to work those things out. Or you could be moving where you live. You might be changing your residence because Mars is opposing Uranus at this new moon. So anything could happen. I feel like you might change jobs. That there's a possibility that the work you do may change. You may get some type of freedom from an obligation or a job that gives you more freedom. Because a lot of this energy is focused on career and then the 6th house and communication. So I feel like if you work on those areas that have been holding you back psychologically, you can make real change. You could really transform in November. The Death card is about transformation. It's not death, you know, like physical death. But it does mean the death of the old you, because it's replaced by the new Leo, the new healed and the better, new and improved Leo. And you have that potential right now to make those changes, to transition into a new beginning, into a new cycle of success and love and fun and creative self-expression. That's where this new moon is happening in Sag. It's in your 5th house, which is the house that Leo rules, actually, because Leo rules the 5th house astrologically. It's wherever, like, where does your heart lie? That's the heart. You know, where's your passion? If you're not feeling that the work you're doing is passionate, if the relationship you're in is not passionate, if you're not having fun, if you're stuck in a rut, it's your time to release and make those changes so that you can enjoy life and your love in life. So you may have some choices in November, but the potential for change is great and improvement. So make those changes, do the work, and you will be rewarded with a new beginning, an opportunity for a new beginning. So this is my forecast, Leo, for the month of November. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope this reading has been a help to you. If you'd like a private reading where we can go deeper into your own personal situation, click on the link in the description box and it'll take you to my website and we'll get you on the schedule. In the meantime, I want to say thank you for everyone who has been following my channel and liking and subscribing and commenting. And if you're new, welcome. I hope you're enjoying the videos. And for those who've ordered readings, thank you for your support. November is going to be a month of change for you. But I think it's going to be beneficial change. So don't dream about taking action. Start taking action. Make a decision. Make that choice. It will lead to a better life. So enjoy November, and I will talk to you again, Leo, next month. Okay, bye now.